Here are today's top news happenings and why they matter. We begin in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where former President Joseph Kabila has blamed the worsening conflict in the east on the poor governance of his successor, President Felix Tshisekedi. In an opinion piece published in South Africa's Sunday Times, Kabila argued that since Tshisekedi took office in 2019, the situation in the DRC has deteriorated to the point of near collapse. Meanwhile, M23 rebels have made rapid territorial gains in recent weeks, now controlling vast areas of the resource-rich eastern DRC. Why does this matter? Earlier this month, Tshisekedi accused Kabila of financially supporting M23, reigniting a long-running feud. He even suggested Kabila had gone into exile due to these alleged ties, claims dismissed by the ex-president. The fallout between the two leaders dates back to 2020, when Tshisekedi ended a political coalition with Kabila. But with the conflict spiraling and pressure mounting, President Tshisekedi is now shifting gears, announcing plans to form a unity government. Can a unity government bring stability, or will this political blame game only fuel further unrest? Kenya has reported its first casualty in the Haiti security mission. A Kenyan police officer was shot and killed in the western Artibonite region during an operation to neutralize violent gangs. This loss comes amid growing uncertainty over the mission. Just recently, US President Donald Trump announced cutting the funds for Kenya-led security mission. In February, 200 more police officers from the East African country joined more than 600 other Kenyans already working alongside Haiti's national police force as part of a multinational force. Other contributing nations include Jamaica, Guatemala, and El Salvador. And finally, congratulatory messages are pouring in as Germany's mainstream conservative leader, Friedrich Merz, prepares to form a new coalition government. Merz secured a decisive victory in Sunday's election, paving the way for him to succeed Chancellor Olaf Scholz. Scholz's Social Democratic's SPD suffered their worst ever defeat, while the far-right Alternative for Germany, AfD, surged to second place with its best ever performance. Here's DW's Isaac Kelechi with reactions following this major election.
Migration was a key election issue, particularly for the African diaspora. The newly elected Chancellor Friedrich Merz has taken a hard stance, vowing to tighten Germany's borders. He has also pledged to transform Germany from what he calls a sleeping to a leading middle power. His priorities include reviving Germany's faltering economy and enforcing stricter migration policies. And here is what some Ghanaians expect of the new German Chancellor now that the election is over.
I noticed some profound statements. One was to say that in terms of immigration, they will be putting a de facto freeze on immigration, and that is definitely going to affect people within Africa who would want to travel to Germany.
From the onset, it's quite clear there's not much space for African leaders in terms of aid and grants. You go back to the work some German development agencies and institutions like GIZ do here, you clearly tell a substantial amount of aid is given to us here. But it's important going forward, also with the USA cutting aid to Africa, it's important African leaders now decide to work together and ensure homegrown solutions are put together to impact the lives of Africans on the continent.
Thank you, Isaac Kelechi, for that. And as Merz deliberates which party to form a coalition with, he has refused to work with the far-right AfD party. And that's all we had for you today. For more in-depth analysis of news happenings, subscribe to our YouTube channel, DW Africa. My name is Okeri Ngushinado.